Okay, now we have a table of values, and I think this table of values is a quadratic, but let's check. If you remember, we're going to do the differences. So from here to here is minus 3. From here to here, you're going to go minus more. You're going to go minus 2 lower. From here to here, go minus 1. From here to here, 0. Now we're going to add 1 to get from negative 6 to negative 5, and then we're going to add 2. We're going to add 3. So basically, we're taking the bottom number subtracting the top number. The bottom number subtracting the top number, get these. These are not the same, so it's not linear. If they're the same on the next one, it's quadratic. So let's take a look. From here to here, you're adding 1. From here to here, you're adding 1. From here to here, you're adding 1. Every single time you're adding 1. So this is for sure a quadratic. So this is a parabola or a quadratic because the second difference is the same. Okay. Now, we need to get some information from this graph. I'm going to have to find the x-intercepts. Okay, so I'm looking x-intercepts. It's when y equals 0. So I go down this graph here. So I go here. Oh, y equals 0 here. There's one x-intercept right there. I keep going down, 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 down. Oh, there's another one. There's my two x-intercepts, negative 6 and negative 1. So let's go to our equation. Y equals a, x minus x1, x minus x2. So the first one was at negative 6. So change the sign because of the minus in the equation. So y equals a, so x plus 6, then x minus 1. It's a positive 1 here, but when we put it in here, it's a minus. And over here, it's a negative 6 here, but we put a positive. Now we have to find a, and we have an equation. Now, you can use any one of these points, except for the two red ones that I circled. So I'm going to actually use the y-intercept. So when x equals 0, it's actually the easiest. If you can find it, easiest because it's easy to work with the 0. So this is when x equals 0, y is negative 3. So when x equals 0, y is negative 3. So I'm going to put a negative 3 in here. Okay. And a I don't know. So now for the x is 0. So x 0 plus 6. So if you can, use the y-intercept because it's easy to add here. A, so 0 plus 6 is 6. And 0 plus negative 1 is negative 1. Okay, let's lower this so you can, or extend it so you can see it. Okay, so negative 3, do the same as the other question. Negative 6. Oh, divide by negative 6. Divide by negative 6. A is 0.5 or a half. I'll put 0.5 here, but you can put a half. Okay, either way. Okay, maybe I'll go with the professional way and I'll put a half here. Okay, I'll put 1 over 2. This is the advanced or university level way to write it. Okay, so half. Let's go back to our equation. It's half. Now we know our a, so we're going to go all the way back here to where our equation was there. X plus 6, x minus 1. Okay, x plus 6, x minus 1. We have an equation. Okay, now if it says to find it in standard form, we have to expand this equation. So we'll have to multiply it out. So if it asks that, we're going to have to multiply it out. We're going to have to go x times x and x times minus 1. That's x squared minus x. And we do 6 times x plus 6x. And we do 6 times negative 1 minus 6. Okay, now we do it again. Half x squared. Then we add the two middle terms. So it becomes plus 5x minus 6. And then we got to half everything. So here, y equals half of that is half x squared. Half of 5 is like 5 divided by 2x. Half of 6 is minus 3. And there's our final equation in standard form. Y equals half x squared plus 5 over 2x minus 3. Okay, these next ones I want you to do on your own here. Okay, so using the same process, so here you have one root and another, so you're going to be like y equals 8, x plus 2, and x minus 1. And then you're going to use that point to solve a, and you're going to follow the same steps. Okay, the chart here. Okay, in this chart, you're going to find the x-intercepts where y equals to 0. Oh, there's the x-intercepts, and I'd probably use the y-intercept as my additional point. Last one. Okay, well, I'll give you a little clue here. If you don't want it, you can shut it off. But okay, but the clue here, okay, right here, x1, or one of the x's, is 1. And the other x-intercept is 2. So x2 is 2. So you got your 1 or 2 x-intercepts. My y-intercept, which the point I would use is the one down here. So I'd follow here, and it's when x is equal to 0 and y is negative 4. So I would use this and this information to come up with an equation. It's a little tricky here to go across and how much. Looks like about a half, but let's see. You guys will work it out. Use the math formulas to work it out. Okay, so then just do those 3 questions, and that's it for this activity.